Hi ladies, thanks for stopping by. This is Carla, and our project today will be making another Mother's Day card. And to make that, I'm going to use another new die that I have from Anna Griffin called the Pop Out Card Dies. And this one is the lily. The first one in her series, I think, was a ribbon, and this one has the lily embellishment on this side. It was an auto ship, and I have not had a chance to make either one of those, so I think this will make a real pretty Mother's Day card. And again, you get your instruction sheet, and she gives you different examples of cards you can make using these dies and some of her materials. And then again on the back, you have your instructions. I have not made this one before, so I will be taking a look at that occasionally throughout this video. So I'm going to fold that and lay that aside. With this card, you get two dies. You get the shadow layer, which is this die here, and you get the inside of the card, which is the pop-out mechanism, and that is this die here. And you can see there are score lines here, which are going to allow you to fold, and this is actually a cut line, which is going to allow that pop-out to happen. And you've also got score lines here, and down the center here, and the center on the outside of that circle as well. So that will be our inside of our card. Now, you will need a base card for this. You could use any base card that you have if you wanted it to, you know, be plain, or have a decorative paper on one side and plain on the other side. But for what I chose, I decided I wanted a double-sided paper because I know both sides will be showing and will contribute to the overall design of the card. So again, I have some Anna Griffin paper, and so I have cut a sheet that is 10 by 7 and folded it in the center, which gives me a 5 by 7 card base. This is Anna Griffin, like I said, paper, and this is from her Thankfulness paper pack. And I tell you, I absolutely love this paper pack, and I'm getting kind of low on it, so I'm going to see if it's still in stock and try to order me another pack of it. So this will be my card base, and I'm going to just lay it aside. The next thing I cut was going to be the shadow layer for the inside of the card, and I used a solid gold metallic for that. That will be the inside of my card. So it will go into my card base like that. Now, when you cut this, it does not have a score line in the cut. So you will need to either fold this in half. What I did was I lined it up on my scoreboard, and it came out to be like 4.5. I think it was about 9 inches from this end to this end. So I just made a score line about 4.5 inches down the center. And that way, when I add that to my card, it will fold up with my card base without any issues and give me, you know, that half mark down the center. Then the next piece you will be cutting out is this piece right here. And I've kind of played with this a little bit because like I said, I haven't done it before. But when you get it cut out, it's going to give you a piece that is flat, and you're going to have that lily design. Let me turn this over, you can see better. You're going to have that lily design on the side, where that will be cut out, and then down each side of where that lily design would begin, you have that fold line. You've got a score line. So you're going to fold that up. Then this little circle, you'll see the cut lines here, and what you're going to do with that, you're going to take that on that score line, and you're going to fold it down. You're going to fold it down, and on these little score lines on the outside, you're going to fold those up. So this comes up, this goes down, you can see that. This goes down here. And then right here, you've got little fold lines that also come in. So when this folds up, you're going to have something that looks like this. And you'll have this little piece here where that will be popped out in the back of your pop-up card. Now, again, you'll have that, and it will give you score lines, and your directions tell you exactly where to fold. And after you get it folded, it will look like this. So we're going to move that die out of our way. And we're going to start trying to put this together. I've already cut out all my pieces and have it pretty much planned on how I want to do it. I think the best thing to do is look at my directions. So, okay, we cut it out. So we've got all that. We've got our fold line, our score line. This is our shadow layer. Okay, what we're gonna do is face down, apply adhesive on both sides. Okay, it says to turn your shadow layer over and put adhesive on both sides of that. So I'm going to use my ATG runner. I'm going to go down the center line first. Just put adhesive on there. Make sure I get the edges good. Go across the bottom. Get some over here. Some in here. And I'm just gonna do a crisscross. And looks like I might put a little more there. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, now we're gonna take this and we're going to take this and line it up with that score line here. Okay, and press it to adhere it. Now the only thing I would think you're going to have to watch is to see if you get it, you know, fairly centered there. And that to that score line. Down a little bit. Looks pretty good, so I'm gonna lay that, and then I'm just gonna fold this over, add a little crease, I'm gonna open that up, and there you've got your shadow layer attached. The next thing we do is, okay, with the die cut face down. All right, so now we're going to take this part. And I'm going to get my little mat out here because I'm going to be gluing. Let's lay this down. And we're going to turn it face down. And you're only going to add adhesive or glue just to where this score line is, and that comes out to where the lily is. Where this score line is and out to where the lily is. We don't want any glue in here because that's going to be your pop out part. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I'm going to try to get these little outside pieces because that's going to be key. Wanting those to be down, especially in here. You're gonna want that. Art glitter glue dries so fast that you have to work fast on these little bitty areas, huh? Okay, here we go. Just gonna dab on those littlest areas. So get some on there. I want to make sure this has got stuff on there. Now let's come over here and do the side. Get these little ones. Around those edges good. Sure I get down here where that's going to be here. You want that down really good because that's going to support your pop-up piece. Okay, get this out of the way. Wipe up some of that glue. Let's move this over. Now we're going to take this. Let's see if I've got that going this way. Now I think we're going to lay this flat. Just lay that down flat. And we're going to try to line this up where those score lines are. Get that right in the center. Looks good. That pretty even. And then I'm just going to take my cloth and try to get this to adhere. Might have to slide that out a little. You just really want to make sure that you try to keep that on that centerfold line in the middle is what I'm thinking. Just get all this on. Then we're going to hold this carefully. And we're going to come on this side and gently place that on and smooth that out. My cloth. And I think it was really a good idea to kind of work those fibers and fold that before you actually lay it on there. I think that's going to work. Now, let's see if we got that on there. That feels pretty flat, pretty good. Now, let's see what happens when we fold this. Oh, there you go. We're going to fold this up, and then you've got your little pop-up mechanism already in. Look at that. Cute, 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 cute. Okay. All right, Carla. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this flat, and I'm going to decorate the inside. I couldn't decide. I want this to be a Mother's Day card, and so I'm going to put Happy Mother's Day on the outside. So if you had a different kind of sentiment or something, you could put that in here too. But what I'm going to do is I had this Anna Griffin basket die. So I thought I'm going to try to put a basket in the center and put some flowers kind of coming out of it with a butterfly on it. So let's see what happens when we try to do that. So I cut that out of the matte foil, and I'm just going to adhere that. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to take it all the way out to the edges. I might on this. Okay, let's see. I'm going to turn this over, grab my mat again, and get these little places down here. So we can get that going across. Anna has some really sweet dies, but it doesn't have to be an Anna Griffin die. I know Spellbinders, they make some very nice dies too. Okay, let's get this on. All right, now let's move this out of the way. Let's wipe up that glue. And pull this down, make sure we got it the right way. And we do. Lay this flat. And I'm gonna bring this little basket. I tried to fold it up the center, glue coming through there. And I want to try to line up that fold with that center score line again. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's gonna fold, it needs to kind of be in there. And it's okay if it comes out on this little score line here, because that is going to be a part that pops out. So let's see if we can clean that up a little. Okay, fold that. Yeah, that looks good. Goes back in there. Now what I want to do, I found these flowers, and I think it may have been flowers that coordinate with this paper. It's called, these flowers are from Watercolor Decoupage, that card kit, but it really goes well. It's got some blue and that golden yellows and kind of the reddish, yellowy and the pinks. So we're going to add these on there. And I'm going to make this where these actually are going to stick out. So I'm only going to adhere this part about right here on in. I'm not going to do the part that's going to be over because I kind of want that to pop out. I'm going to see how that works. That's my plan anyway. So I'm going to let that kind of come up where this score line is. We don't have to have that. Let's see. Make sure I don't glue that in the wrong place. So these can overlap a little bit here. Then I'm going to take this one and just turn it the opposite direction. And we're going to do it the same way. And this flower is going to come out this way a little bit and hang over too. Make sure I get this down low enough. So when you fold it, it's not going to hang up on that. But it will fold. And that will. I'm getting quite a bit in there in the center, but if we can get it to fold, we're good, we're good. So let's put, I'm gonna put a little glue under this leaf and get some glue on this part, because like I said, we want that other part to kind of pop out there. And this looks like a couple things didn't get popped out, so I'm going to see if I can pop those out. Don't want to tear it. There we go. All right, so let's take this. And again, we don't want that to interfere with that popping, so I'll lay it there and fold. Whoop. Maybe. Let's lay it there a little bit and fold this and see if that's gonna work. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, like so, I think. Let's see if that works. I think it will. My glue's just dry so fast. Okay, let's do that again. Add a little more glue. I'm gonna bring this down. I want that. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. So I want that to come up more. Okay, I'm about to cover up all my basket. I'm gonna move that up. Okay, that's a little better. Now, I've got this little butterfly, and I added some little pearls in the center. Gonna add some glue there. And that's a lot of glue, so I'm gonna wipe some of that off. Goodness, I just filled my glue bottle, so don't have to squeeze as hard. And I'm gonna put that little butterfly right there in the center, and I'm only gluing the center. I'm not gonna glue, try to get that on that score line. I'm not gonna glue the wings down because I want those to kind of pop up too. Okay, let's fold all this and see what happens. Oh, give it a press. It's getting kind of thick in there. All right, let's see if it's stuck together. Oh, it did. Get my butterfly back out there, and I think I need to make sure that's stuck. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then I'm using another one of Anna's dies. These dies are for corner dies. You could either use them like the medallion you see here, or you can cut them and cut them apart for corner dies. The one I'm using is this one, and I did cut it apart and made 4 little corner dies that I'm going to put on the inside. Now also I used, for the butterfly, I used one of Anna's butterfly dies. See if I can find that for you. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. That was her butterfly die that I used to make that little butterfly. And now we're just going to attach these little corners up here in the corners. And I cut those out of that matte gold. Just kind of get a little on there so it will stick. Right here and here. And now I'm going to put that right up here in the corner. And that'll give that a little pizzazz right up there. Stick on there. This is embossed, this center one. I don't know if you can see that when you cut it. So I want to make sure that glue gets down around that embossing. Okay, I'll take another one. Get our glue on this one. Ooh. Sticking to my fingers. All right, let's get that. Just so we got these edges good. All right, then I'm going to take this one, do the same thing. Apply it up in this corner. Trying to get it fairly even with that one. Mesh that down. And we'll take another one. Make sure I get enough on there. Oops, sticking to me again. Get this little piece right there. I think that's good. I'm going to apply that one down here. This little corner down here. I'll get my arm out of the way there so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Like I said, you know, your glue, you can always go back and clean that up a little. There, looks pretty good there. And we have one more in this corner. Now, you know, you think that you usually sign your card on the inside, and I made something a little different because I wanted to decorate it up pretty on the inside, so I've got a different way for the signature thing. I made a little signature card, and I'll show you how we're gonna add that on just a little bit. Okay, our last one goes here. And that's gonna pop out like so. This one's kind of fragile there. Isn't that pretty so far? I think that looks really, really pretty. I'm gonna move my light a little bit so it's not giving me a shadow as much. There, isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Now, that is all I had planned to do for the inside. you know, you've got all this space over here, and you could add more flowers if you wanted to, but for now, that's all I've got planned for that. I think that looks really pretty. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fold this closed, and I'm just hoping that glue is dry enough that I'm not gonna stick it all together. So I'm gonna do this, and now we're gonna decorate the front of the card. So let me grab my little paper weight, put that there for a second. And for the front of the card, I am using this die from Anna Griffin right here. This is going to be the base die. Then I'm using this for the center die. So I'm going to go ahead and get some adhesive on this. Mostly up here in these little pieces. On the edges there. There's a little piece there. In here. Their craft show was last Tuesday, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember. But anyway, she was featuring some more of her matte foil metallic papers. So I got some more of that. I think they were in the 5x7, maybe. Okay, so let's do this. And move this out of the way. Make sure these didn't stick to anything. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. Oh, except my butterfly stuck and pulled that up. We'll have to maybe add a little more glue under that and make sure nothing oozes out to bring it. Isn't that so pretty? I think. Now let's go ahead and close this back up and take our little ornate die here. And we're going to kind of center that on the front. Move that down just a tad. It looks like I got glue here. I'm pretty sure that will be covered up, but I'm going to take a little bit of water and spray on my cloth. Just try to get that off of there. Here especially. There. There's one there. Let's try this off. And then this little piece, right, it's gonna go on the front. And I think I'm gonna pop that up with some little pop-up squares. There's some little pop-up squares that she includes in most of her card kits. Okay, let's do one here, 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 and here. And let's take that off. Go ahead and place that in the center there. Looks nice, got that. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna put Happy Mother's Day. I had this Happy Mother's Day little embellishment already from another one of her kits. It's really larger than she makes them now, but it goes perfect with the color palette. So I'm going to pop that up. too. I may even pop that up twice. I don't know, I've got quite a few layers to go on here, so maybe just once. All right, let's just pop it up once. Take these little foam squares off. And pull this over and make sure my butter, oh, it's still doing that. I gotta check that. Down there is ocean out. All right. Okay. And we're gonna put Happy Mother's Day right here in the center. Looks pretty good. And then we're gonna add our embellishments. Our embellishments, I have a, let's see, these Favorite Tea Embellishments by Anna Griffin, and it's just got a whole variety of different tea-themed items in here. Very cute. So for this, we're gonna start with this flower. I'll start with this flower about right here, I believe. Let's see if this is how I think I want to do this. And then this is going to come here. And then, actually, I think I want flowers over here. Cup and saucer here, and look at this little napkin. Is that not the cutest little thing? And we're going to put our napkin under here, I think. And then look at the little spoon. We're going to take this little spoon and just kind of lay it across like so. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's do our flower first. I think it's a sticker. Our glue. And let's put our flower in here. Just try to make it so it's not sticking off there. And it's three-dimensional, so that's very pretty. Very pretty like that. And look at this little teacup and saucer. How cute is that? And it's a sticker. We're going to take that off. And add our glue. Add it about right in here. Now, before I push that all the way, I want to take the sticker off my little napkin and push it under that little saucer. So take this, kind of push it up under there like so. Let's see if we get that on there straight. That looks pretty good. Oh, so cute. And this little spoon, I don't know. Do I want to pop that up? I think I am for here for sure because it's so popped up on there. So let's get a couple little foam squares, at least for the end of that spoon. Put one about right there. And I'm going to put another one on top of that because I think the layers on all the other things are gonna make this stick up in the air if I don't put something on there. I'm gonna put one on this one. Oops. Let's see what happens. I'll keep this one just in case. All right, so now we're gonna take this. Here's our little spoon and cup and saucer. I'm just gonna lay that there and add that like so. So that's kind of popped up. Cute, 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 cute. I love it, love it, love it. Then we're gonna add some flowers to the top. Actually, it's one group of flowers. And it goes with this set so well. And I'm just gonna add it up here. But I am gonna put probably 2 foam squares on that little rose. And it's a little fragile. It's just got a little bit of paper right there that holds that together. So I'm also gonna put one, I think just here, just to give it a little stability maybe. And I don't want it to show. Might get a little stability. We'll see how that works. Oh, this one's a little fragile too, so try to put one on there and hope it doesn't show. Let's see, maybe. Okay, let's try that. This is not a sticker. These are the ones that I've shown you before when I've done a tutorial that, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she would make all these gorgeous flowers and things, but you had to punch them out and put them together, which was a little time consuming, but you know, it's okay. Now, I don't want this to stick up anywhere, so I think I'm gonna bring it down. You don't want it to cover up the happy. I think this is gonna work, yeah, where we put those foam squares. Gives it some stability in there, and look at that, adorable. Happy Mother's Day, that is so pretty. Now, I told you that on the back, we're gonna add something, a signature card, because as you see, when you open this, we need to get more glue on that right now. It just does not want to stick. So let's do that, fold that back up. While that's drying, I'm going to put my paperweight on there, like that, and get rid of these little foam square backings. And what I did was, Anna Griffin had made these little pockets, and it's been quite a while ago, but anyway, there are were four in a set, and one of the sets was butterfly. One in the set was a butterfly pocket, and that's going to go perfect because I have the butterfly on the inside. And then one of the set of 4 was a rose theme, and that is this one. And I'm going to show you, and when I get this finished, how I added that to another card I made. All right, let's get those out of the way. And for the pocket, I'm going to use a 1/4 inch score tape. Need my pokey tool, get ready. And let's see. Here we go. So I'm going to use a 1/4 inch score tape down the sides of this pocket. I think I can see it better like this. And across the bottom. And again on the other side. Okay. Now I'm simply going to give that a crease. Make sure that tape is on there good. On this one. And on this one. Take my pokey tool and remove the backing. And here we go. That one's gonna stick. Missed a little on that other corner right there, but I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to that, so that'll get a little bit of adhesive on there. I'm gonna pull this down carefully. I'm gonna take this to the bottom. Oh, maybe leave 1/4 of an inch or so, and then just press that in. And then I took one of Anna Griffin's signature cards that I have a compilation of, and I used some of the paper that I had made for the card, and I cut it, excuse me, so it would fit into this pocket. And I took my Weir Memory Keepers corner punch and punched these little decorative corners on there and added the signature card. And on the back, I used a die and I cut out from the paper a little, looks like a little doily, and used one of her roses to embellish that with. Poked a hole in the top, took some of my crinkly seam binding and tied a little ribbon there. And we're going to remove this. And this will slide right down into the back of that pocket. And so whoever gives this card can write on the inside of that their little signature and sentiment on that. And then when you turn it over, here is your Happy Mother's Day card. Beautiful Anna Griffin flower embellishments. And then you've got, you know, your little tea theme. And when you open it, let's see if we can still get this to work. There we go. When you open it, you're going to have your pop-up. And this, you know, goes inside. And look at that beautiful card. That is just beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. And on the back, there you have your little signature card. And I was going to show you on the back of another card I did a tutorial on, because this one, there's a tutorial on it. It is the shutter card that opens like this, and there's really nowhere to really sign your name there as well. So what I did was I also just made a little pocket with the rose and this little signature card that can go down inside of that as well. So I'm glad you stopped by, and Mother's Day is just around the corner. If you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have not had a chance to subscribe, I would so appreciate your subscription. So until next time, bye-bye.